up, everybody? Let's get into some teen mom things. First of all, let's discuss this past episode and how MTV has absolutely no content, okay? So, Briana introduces us to her new man, Javi's tattoos, and MTV is just giving this man and his shop all kinds of free promo. Like, it was crazy. Like, nobody cared. Bree just goes to get a tattoo, and they talk about the first time they met, how long they've been hanging out, but it's just Brianna and her friend talking because I never even heard Javi's voice one time. So Devon is not on this episode, so I'm thinking this is around the time Brianna tried to cut him out of filming. If you guys remember, back in November, they had this ugly text message exchange where it was quite obvious she was trying to avoid Devon getting any kind of camera time. And Devon said it was probably because she got a new boyfriend, and he was right because this weird hobby dude is now engaged to Brianna. So there's that. The comment section is already calling him No Neck Benzino. I'm just like, y'all crazy. So anyway, over on social media, Devon is getting an attitude with MTV again and comments under the clip of Brianna and her man, the one where they were in the tattoo shop. And he says, I wonder why they never want to talk about my boo, which I live with and have been the same throughout all these seasons. So Brianna replies to this and says, low blow shade is corny, especially when it comes to my personal life. I don't comment on yours, so please don't comment on mine. You're tired of me always talking about you, so now that the gears have changed, it's an issue. It's still an issue. If you want to film scenes with your girlfriend, request it. But not for nothing, they care more about my personal life than yours. So a couple people started coming at Devon saying, this is basically Brianna's show. It's revolved around Brianna, not you. This isn't Teen Mom Dad and stuff like that. Basically said, why are you complaining again? You were complaining you weren't getting enough money. Now you want your girlfriend to get a check too. So he got those people together. He said it got to the point where every time we do something with Nova, they want to record and invade the natural vibes, but you never air any of those scenes. So his girlfriend has been filming, but MTV never puts it out. But MTV is going to invade their privacy and get the footage and mess up a whole day with cameras in their face, but not going to put the footage out there. I guess I kind of get it. Honestly, film the girl, she's been with him for 10 years or not, it's still going to be boring because all of these new Teen Mom Instagram pages have just made it impossible for MTV to put out quality episodes where we don't know what's going on or we don't know where the season is headed. Everything happens on Instagram, spoiler alerts, blah, 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 to Ashley giving you a rundown. It's making it impossible for MTV to thoroughly do their job. So, Leah's entire segment was just the uncertainty of whether she and her kids have COVID because Jeremy contracted it somewhere and he doesn't know where. So everybody is quarantining and self-swabbing themselves. The whole episode is basically what they were doing. And we will find out if the twins have it next week. I think Leah tested negative for it. So that's that on Leah. Kale is having a hard time finding something for Isaac to do outside of school. Y'all know Kale has always had her kids in multiple sports and programs and activities year round. And she said COVID stopped basketball for Isaac and he doesn't like football or soccer like Lincoln and Lux. Basically, they're the athletic brothers, Lincoln and Lux. We all know that Isaac is more artsy and more mature. He really don't like all that contact sports and stuff. Don't touch me. He really don't like roughhousing and stuff like that. So Kale comes up with the idea of letting him design his bathroom and in the new house, down to the tile and the paint colors and everything. And he seems very, very excited about that. And I thought that was a great idea. Kale, y'all can say what you want, but she's a great mom and she's always looking out for her damn kids. So, okay, on to the stars of the show. And I only say that because they got the most airtime last night out of all the other families or moms or whatever. Ashley and Bar, it baffles me to see how many people say that they fast forward her scenes last night because she took at least half of the airtime. So we all know that Bar obtained his GD, and Ashley, who loves to throw a good shindig, decides to throw him a surprise graduation party and wants to invite Bar's entire family, including his mother, Shin. So She claimed that she reached out to these people and Shin was the only one that called Bar and told him all about the party. Ashley seemed extremely pissed that this little secret was out, and Bar just seemed sad that even more drama was going to come from this with Ashley and his mom. So he just keeps apologizing to Ashley for his mother's actions. So the segment was just really down, y'all. Like, I was sitting at my kitchen table, like, why the fuck am I so sad about a surprise party that got spoiled? You know what I'm saying? So later on, after the party that Shin didn't even end up attending anyway, Bar and Ashley sit down for a heart to heart, and he tells Ashley that he's done with his mama and she's not invited to shit else. Now, Bar has been in the middle of his mom and Ashley for some time, and he's gonna always pick Ashley, but I just feel like he's really, really sad because he don't wanna pick a side. He love his fucking mama. He love Ashley. So if you guys looked at Bar's face, it was really just like down, like here we go again with this damn drama. So Shin took to Instagram to say, okay, I'm dealing with an emergency with my daughter, so I will say this once. I don't film, I don't do the show, and for sure knew nothing of a surprise party. I found out on social media my son got his GED, so please don't come for me. I didn't spoil anything. I wasn't a part of it. I'm not even supposed to be mentioned on the show, period. This is a storyline again. It's a lie. Ashley also took to Instagram to say, I don't need to fabricate a storyline. I can sit on my ass all day and cry about Bar having face tats and they would film that shit. Secondly, we are all in a different place now and I don't want more drama. Yes, I called and invited her. I think she was startled at the fact that I even called and she was wary. She called Bar upset that I even had her number. Given the history, I understand her looking with a side eye. I don't think she called to ruin it. I think she was more concerned if I was calling to start drama. Yeah, I think this is why I was sad, because MTV kept portraying it like Shin ruined this big party when I feel like Shin was calling because she hadn't talked to Ashley in a year or so. And the last time they were talking, they were actually arguing, yelling, cussing, fussing at each other and saying some very inappropriate things about Shin's youngest daughter, and it was just disgusting. So I feel like Shin called out of real concern for Bar, like, look, is it okay for me to go down there? Blase, blase. But now Shin is saying that she never even received a call and this whole thing is a lie. I don't know. Everybody involved wants us to stop it because they claim that they're in a much better place. But I'm just like, dude, you're on TV now. Like, this is the big dogs. This is the big league. If everybody else in Teen Mom has to relive shit that happened 6-7 months ago, a year ago, and have to deal with the fallout all over again, y'all do too. Briana De Jesus does it all the time. Kale literally does it all the time. Y'all just got to deal with it. Okay, so the last person is Jade, which is not a very interesting person to me. I usually fast forward her stuff, but I do know that she got a new house, so congrats for that. But basically, she didn't accept the ring or proposal from Sean because she feels like they are not in a good enough place for her to accept a ring or a proposal or move on to a different area of relationship. Blase, blase. Listen, these two need to get it together. Either they're going to be together or not. They live more separately all the time than they do together. Like, Sean just wants to play his Xbox, smoke his hookah and whatever else he does and go about his day. But I actually do think that he likes Jade, but Jade has these unrealistic kind of goals that she puts on him because they are two different people now and they're in the limelight now. And if he ain't have no job back then, what makes you think that he's gonna have a job now? He's the same person you messed with umpteen years ago. Like, if you don't want to do better, you're just gonna have to just leave. I don't know what to say. Like, it's the same thing all the time with her and Sean. Sean ain't doing this, Sean ain't doing that, Sean blah blah. Sean ain't got no money, but Sean goes out and buy this huge ass rock that you don't even accept. Okay, but Allegedly, her mom steals her pain medication in this upcoming episode where she gets the BBL done and she meets up with Briana in Florida to get her procedure, and she's in so much pain. That's because her mom stole her prescription, allegedly. So I will, be reporting on that if that's true. And that should be pretty good. Some good TV. I always like a good crossover. So, what did y'all think about the episode?